Coming up next on Look Today, a public hearing will be held at tonight's Saratoga City Council meeting regarding a proposed noise ordinance at the Oklahoma training track. I've got the details. Plus, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik is hoping proposed trade agreements will help create jobs in our region, and I'll tell you what she's doing about it. And details are released on how medicinal marijuana farms were selected, and I'll explain. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and here's a look at what's making news today in Saratoga, Warren, and Washington counties. In our lead story, a public hearing will be held at tonight's Saratoga City Council meeting regarding a noise ordinance at the Oklahoma training track. Since track season began, early morning construction noise has frightened horses, tossing and injuring their riders. The Oklahoma training track is located near 5th Avenue, which is a residential neighborhood. Well, city officials, NYRA and horsemen have voiced their concerns in recent days. Public Safety Commissioner Christian Mattison, he has a proposal that would restrict noise in the area until after 11 a.m. Currently, construction cannot begin until after 7 a.m. The ordinance would apply to roughly 25 homes. Commissioner Mattison will be on a little later in this program to talk about that proposal. In other track news, jockeys traded saddles for microphones last night at the Vapor nightclub, which is located at the Saratoga Casino and Raceway. Jockeys were raising money for the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund. The 5th annual karaoke event featured top riders at the Saratoga Racecourse. Trainer Todd Pletcher discussed the event with Look Today.
You know, this is probably the most important fund that they have, and it's become a critical part of that organization.
Well, the fund does not have a permanent source of support, and money is raised solely through these events. Now, changing from news to weather. Some parts of the region heard rumbles of thunder last night. Some people got drenched, while other areas remained perfectly clear. So what's the region in store for this evening? For the latest, we're going to head to our Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. And back to the news. U.S. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik will spend most of August touring the 21st Congressional District. Congresswoman Stefanik is talking with residents of the 12 counties in the 21st Congressional District. She has been speaking about the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Now, if passed, it will allow President Barack Obama to negotiate trade agreements with Japan and 10 other countries. According to Stefanik, solid trade agreements can make it easier for businesses to do work outside the country, which could create more jobs. Now, Stefanik will be in Warren County next week at our Adirondack Regional Chamber of Commerce lunch, which will be on August 11th. In other news, the state selected the 5 farms that will be allowed to produce medical marijuana. One of the 5 licenses went to a Warren County farm based in the town of Chester. A facility in the town of Jackson was not one of the ones selected. Ted Burns Compassionate Relief Center's facility was ranked 22 out of the 43 applicants. Well, evaluators used roughly 10 criteria and gave each one a score. The biggest criteria was product manufacturing, which totaled 36% of the score. Quality assurance was 15% of the score, while financial backing and geographic distribution made up 10% each. Well, the Chester-based operation had a score of 91, while the Jackson-based operation had a score of 80. Washington County officials were disappointed with the decision, saying they could have used the economic development more than Warren County. Now, Warren County, by the way, ranks number 1 in sales tax per capita. Well, still to come. Beyond the Headlines host Mike Lenz sits down with Public Safety Commissioner Christian Mattison to discuss the proposed noise ordinance at the Oklahoma training track in Saratoga Springs. Plus, horse racing expert Trotter Furlong is here to talk about everything happening at the track and share his picks for tomorrow's races. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, or join us for an interview, give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000.